What's up YouTube? Today I'm back again with another brand new video, and I'm gonna be breaking down Forex and what to expect this week. So without much time, let's get down to it. So I'm gonna be breaking AUD, USD, GBPUSD, Europe USD, and also DXY. So let's start with DXY because that's how you know if the US dollar has strength. So let's start with DXY. Let's wipe this up so we can analyze the market from the beginning. So starting from the weekly, we can see DXY has been moving in an uptrend for months now. It has been creating higher highs, higher lows. Yeah, there's higher low. Now we created another higher high, created an higher low here, and we're trying to create another higher high. So let's map out the weekly. So that's the resistance on the weekly. I'm gonna map out the support. Now that we're done with the weekly, we can go to the daily. Let's mark out the daily. This should be the daily. I'm putting it black so I can identify which support it is, if it's the daily and the weekly. Like I said on my previous video, I leave the weekly on purple and my daily on black. So now that we're done mapping out the daily, let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, let's see what we have here. You can easily say this area has been rejected multiple times. As you can see, market has rejected here, forming resistance at this level, support at this level, resistance. Now market has broken above, so we should be expecting market to come all the way down here, retest this place before moving higher. So we can say the DXY is in an uptrend, and also we can also say the US dollar has strength. So now that we're done with the DXY, we know that the US dollar has strength. So definitely we should be shorting AUD USD, Europe USD, and GBP USD because they tend to correlate. Once DXY is in an uptrend, AUD USD, Europe USD, GBP USD are opposite trends. So now that we know that, let's jump into AU. Let's analyze AU. AUD USD. Let's wipe this up. So let's start from the weekly. The weekly, as we can see, lately AUD USD has been making higher, lower low, lower highs. So definitely it has been on a downtrend. So let's mark out the weekly. Good. So let's go down to the daily. So this is an area which the market has rejected on the daily, so we can easily say there's a daily support and resistance. There's an area where we should watch out for. Let's map out another daily level. Good. So now that we're done with this, let's move to the 4 hours. Let's see what AU has on the 4 hours. The 4 hours, let's zoom out a little bit so we can see the chart clearly. The 4 hours, we can easily say this is an area or zone which market has tested on the 4 hours lately. Another area is this on the 4 hours. Perfect. Good. If you can see at this place, why I'm mapping out this zone, because market has rejected at those areas previously. So you can see over here it's formed support at this place, resistance, 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 support, support, and over here a little bit of support also. If you move to the upper zone I marked out, resistance, 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 a little bit of support, resistance over here. So, and if you come here also, a little bit of support over here. So that's the reason I'm mapping out those areas. So what I'm expecting on AU, I'm expecting market to reject, to come all the way up, to retrace all the way up. Areas which I'm expecting the market to come to is this area first of all. If I see confluences over this place, then I'm taking the trade. Sorry. Another area which I'm hoping the market can come to, it should be this other upper area. So it all depends on where I find my confluences. That's where I'm gonna take my trades. I need to see up to 2 confluences before I take any trade. So the first area which I'll be waiting for is this area. I'll be waiting for the market to come all the way up, retrace all the way up here before going down. If it doesn't, then we should expect the market to move higher to this level, then testing this area before going down. So that's what I have on AU. That's what I'm expecting on AU. So let's move down to Europe USD. Europe USD. Let's go to the weekly. Mark out the weekly. Now we're done with the weekly. Let's move to the daily. Let's shift this a little bit so that it be on the week. Now daily, let's mark out the daily. Good. So down to the 4 hours. Let's see what we have on the 4 hours. In the 4 hours we don't really have much. So what I'm expecting on Europe USD, this area here, which is the daily area, which has been broken, now later form resistance. I'm expecting market to retrace all the way up here, retest this place. If I see confluences, I'm gonna take it and ride it all the way down here. Another area which I'm also expecting market to retrace should be this area. It's not that clear in the 4 hours, but if you go to the 2 hours, you're gonna see it. Let's move to the 2 hours. Market has also rejected this area a lot of times. Good. So if the market fails to bounce off this area, we should be shorting at this level. So that's the 2 areas which I'm expecting market to go to before going down. So it all depends on the confluences I find in each area. That's what is going to make me to take the trade. So area which I'm expecting entry, first area and second area. So that's all for Europe USD. Let's move on to GBP USD. GBP USD, let's go to the weekly. Easy, we mark out the weekly as we did on the previous pairs. Now that we're done with the weekly, we'll move to the daily. As we can see, the market has been going down, creating lower lows and lower highs. There's a lower low, lower high, lower low, another lower high. Now I came here, created another lower low, came here, created a lower high, forming double top, and now the market is going down. Let's mark out the daily. Let me zoom in. Good. Now that we're done marking out the daily, let's go to the 4 hours. Let's see what we have on the 4 hours. Okay, as you can see there, this level right here in the 4 hours, there will be rejection at this place, so we're gonna put zone over here. Because as you can see, the market always repeats itself. Just the way it came here, retested this place, forming resistance, now then shot back downwards. We could see the same thing happening here. Market coming up here, retesting this place, rejection at this level, then moving downward to the previous low. So first area we shall be expecting entry should be this level. Then second area should be this daily. If the market fail to move downward from that first area, then we should be expecting rejection at the daily area. Good. So that's all for GBPUSD. So that's all. So for DXY, we should be expecting market to move upward, and for the AU, Europe USD, GBPUSD, market moving downwards. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you next time. Peace.